Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to KT Garage. This is part 2 of the Fender vent installation project. I'm going to try to wrap everything up this weekend. This project is turning out to be much longer, much more complicated than I anticipated. But for any of the aftermarket project, you gotta allow a lot of time for doing this kind of stuff because it's not really a bolt-on kind of project. So anyway, what's remaining to do for this project is to glue the vent into the fender where the cutout is, and then after it's all dry, I'm gonna go ahead and get that fender back. Now, I found a really good way to deal with the antenna, the antenna that was in the way. I thought about it a little bit, and I'm like, why don't we just extend, get a cable extender and move that antenna into another location away from all these fenders and things. So I was able to find a really good extension cable. We'll go through all that. We'll give you the part number in case you want to do one of these for yourselves. And the cable plugs right in. I already tried it. It works just fine. These are universal cables, but they do work really well. They snap right in. So I'll show you all of that good stuff. Now let me walk over and see and show you guys the way that I glue the vent to the fender. It's quite a lengthy process. I'll go through those with you. So when you do one of these, you know what to expect. So this is the back of the vent, and you can see that there's a lip to all of this. Let me see if I can get from this angle. You see there's a channel, and all of this has a lip that go all around the part, including this right here. So if you're gonna do epoxy, you're gonna have to like fill all these channels up with epoxy. Otherwise, if you just have a little bit of epoxy in here, the lip is going to prevent you from getting the epoxy to even touch your fender. So that's the tricky part, because you got to fill all this up, but you can't fill too much because it's going to spill out and then get it all over your fender. So now let me walk over here. This is the epoxy I use. It's really good if you want to do one of this project. Use this. Make sure you get the clear one, because you really don't want any other color, you know, messing with your paint job in case you have a spill over and you gotta clean it. Now, if you have a spill a little bit that goes over, you can get any of these adhesive remover and remove them before they dry. So just, you know, when they dry, it's not going to be able to be removed. So use that. If you have a little spot, then you need to clean up right away. So that's the adhesive. Now, this is where I glue the first vent, and you can see that I tape where I'm gonna put the clamps on. Make sure it's not damaging the paint, and just make sure you set yourself up. Just rig something up like this where you're gonna have a nice and flat surface, just so you know your epoxy doesn't run one way or another. Just let it sit, and you know, let your epoxy like get a little tacky before you get in here. While it's running, you get in here, you can get yourself in trouble. Now you can see it turns out really well. Like all the gaps are closed. All I needed was like this one clamp on this side, a couple of clamps over here, clamp over there, and it does spill out a little bit on this side. And I use that adhesive remover, rub it back and forward until it's done, and then just go back and forward until you clean out all of those before it dries. It's been an hour already. It says fully cured in an hour, so I'll be removing this real soon. But yeah, no, that's how you glue your stuff. Now, when this is fully cured, I'm gonna flip the panel or the fender over, and then on the inside, I'm going to epoxy the inside as well. I'll show you that on the next step, but you know, since I have the fender out, why don't I just glue two sides and make it a permanent install? There's no way that you can get this off anyway, so it's a good idea to do that. Here we go, guys. This side is done. This is the driver's side. You see the meshes in there looking really good. Adhesive is all cured. So that piece is ready to be put back. Working on passenger side. You see it's kind of a big mess back here, but doesn't matter. But this is how I glue the screen. This is just a first pass. I kind of just got them all on the edges. And then just let it dry a little bit. I'm going to be pressing on it. Use this paint mixer and pushing it down and get it to cure. Put some compression on it using this. So now after this is cured, I'm going to remove this and start pressing down some more, and then I'm going to put another layer of epoxy on top of that. Fill all the gaps. This is just the initial state right now. But I ran out of epoxy, so I gotta run to the store and get some more. By the way, the adhesive that I showed you guys earlier, that does not work well. It dries slower than this. That other one said dry 5 minutes. This is 15, but this dries quicker and it holds a lot better. This is structural adhesive, so I guess it holds a lot better. Structurally, the other one kind of just runs all over the place. So I switched with this adhesive. It works a lot better for me. Okay, so here's the passenger side with all the coats, and you can see that I probably don't need all these adhesives, but you know what? It's a hard thing to get to. I just want to make sure that it sticks properly and there's plenty of it. So I just don't want to go back and fix any of these. So anyway, there we go. Now passenger side is done. So these are the antenna cables that I was talking about earlier. Now to extend it, I bought this universal one. And these are color coded, so you know you can't mix up the order. I guess it's important to them, but this cable will fit on both of these, and it's designed to snap in just like that. And this same thing will fit on this side. So I bought 3 of these because there's 2 on this side and 1 on the other side, and I bought it 3 feet long. So I should be able to like loop into here. I'm probably gonna put 1 antenna on top of all of this because this is gonna be covered up by that plastic piece. And then on the other side, there's like some spaces in there. I'm gonna try to strap it down with a wire ties or something, or maybe build a bracket. Not sure yet, but antenna is gonna go in there. All right, guys, both sides of the fenders are done. Time to get them back. All right, here we go. I got the fender all secured with all the bolts in the back. Now I'm at the point where I'm gonna get this in the fender end and somehow line it up with this so I can cut the hole on here to relieve the air pressure. So that's gonna be the next challenging task I need to get done. Okay, so the inner fender goes back in, or inner liner. You can see there's like a ton of little bolts. There's like a ton of them everywhere. And basically I just got them all back. Looks like that. Now the cool thing is the way that they designed this whole vent was to flush with the liner. You can see it's flush. Let me see if I just shine a light in here. You can just all flush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill small holes into between this wire mesh. I gotta be really careful, and I'm probably not going to drill all of it. I'm probably going to drill some nice patterns, just enough to relieve the pressure, so it can go directly from the liner out to here, you know, without getting like this whole area wet when I drive on the rain. Well, it's going to get wet anyway, but the slash, road debris, stuff like that, it's not going to fly out and get this whole area messy. I really like it. It's actually coming together real nicely. I came in with a very small drill bit and drill these holes, and then after that I put in the bigger drill bit to drill through from that pilot hole, just so make sure I don't touch these mesh, because they're aluminum and they're gonna get damaged when the drill bit hit it. But I was able to drill all these holes without touching the wire mesh. I only drilled like a few rows up to here. I'm not sure you can see it, but it's angles like this, so it actually is very hard to drill an angle for these holes. In here it's nearly impossible because it's angled this way. I'm fine with that. It's enough holes to relieve pressure. So now it is fully functional. All right, so both sides of the vents is done. You can see this side is completed, and then I went ahead and got the other side installed. Here we are. Build the holes and everything. So what I'm going to do with the antenna is that I got the cable here. I just tie it off for now. Same thing on the other side. I'm just not going to install the antenna just yet. This right here, just tie it off. And at some point, if I throw a CEL or I do need the OnStar, and then I'll put it on, but for right now I'm just not going to mount it. So that's where we're at. We got all the trim pieces back. Everything fit perfectly, just like the way I took it out. Well guys, at this point I'm going to go ahead and get the wheels back on, and now I'm going to take it outside and show you guys some shots of the complete project. All right, I'm going to give you guys a really good shot of the car. That's my boy Rookie. Here we go. You can see the fender vent right there, just looking amazing. Looking from the back. There we go. From this view. Driver side. I love it. Well guys, this is definitely a very challenging project. I like to challenge myself doing this kind of thing, and it turns out really well. It was successful. I'm glad that everything turned out the way that I envisioned it would. And it was very nerve-wracking at first, cutting into the fender and not knowing what's inside and how the project turned out. But it's okay. You gotta take a chance once in a while and deal with the problem as it comes up, which was what I did, and it turned out just fine. So overall, I really like the vent. I think it looks unique, it looks different, and hopefully you guys like it, and you want to do one for yourself. Now, just be careful. It's a major project. You see all the steps that I went through, so just make sure you're ready. Give yourself a couple of weekends to deal with all these issues that I'm having. But you have some patience and some skills, you should be able to have it completed successfully. So I really appreciate you guys tuning in to KT Garage. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. Thank you.